From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56. Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Intercepted.
He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Number 28.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Larry Ogunjobi.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42. From the gun, Rivers. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Browns 0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there. 54, right there.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
54 mark. Check. Watch 54.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And some space here. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Flush to his right. And the catch made by Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First down, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Complete.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First and goal.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run it with Mack. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
57 mark.
Rivers to throw this time. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Browns, nothing.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 39, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller. And they retain their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
To kick off for
so not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Mike 54. 65. 65.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On the return, it's Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
Oh, well, executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Second and 11.
I'm going back to you. I'm going. King.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Rivers now on 2nd down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 58, boys. 58. 58's the mic. Bring it. Bring it.
Alert, 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 alert.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
58.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
By the Colts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
At their own 13-yard line.
57 to Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Slap.
The first down throw here for Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second down now, it's Mack. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Joseph.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of
a good pickup there, a 22. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Mayfield on play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
The 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns.
Point conversion.
54 Mike. Check. Block 54. Let's go.
Hurry. Regular.
Mike 5-4.
Here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
They're trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
But it brings up.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Browns drive about to get started. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 2-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Following the interception here, Rivers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, It winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The 42-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down.
The 45-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over first.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to... Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Austin Seibert.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start by handing this off to Mack. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Ball carrier.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The tackle made.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third and short yardage. Rivers looking for Campbell. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to
Paris Campbell. 70 yards, and the Colts are able to grow their lead.
extra point.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch the whip.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a give to Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st down, Colts.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.